world. Is it you? What if it is you? I think you're a killer. I think I know exactly who you are.
Every time, whatever type or thickness of bread, there's a sunbeam toaster to suit every need.
Can't get some help over here. Welcome to MilesFour's Midnight Review Show.
Welcome to the show. I just want to say a few things before we get started. Thank you so much to everyone who tuned in my last video. Thank you to those who left likes, participated in the discussion, and thank you to the new subscriber scene. Wow! I was just at 70 subs, and now we're over 100. And I know it may seem like a small number in comparison to other YouTubers, but that's over 30 actual people who apparently found one video interesting enough to subscribe and possibly check out my future endeavors with this channel. A big special thanks to Sal and the Salvo team because they actually featured me on the mod page itself, which is pretty cool. And I'm looking at the video right now and it's over 7,000 views. And it's not even a meme video like the rest of the videos in this channel. Never would have thought that that video would have gotten that much attention. Again, thank you so much to everyone. I am deeply grateful for the support. I have several videos that are currently in their first and second drafts. Videos related to game reviews, mod reviews, video essays on video games, comic books, film, and shows. If you're up for it, I'm hoping you'll enjoy what I have to offer. Because I'm in pursuit of offering quality and greatness. This is a spoiler review, so if you haven't seen it, go and watch it, come back, and we'll have an interesting discussion. So I just finished watching Fallout Season 2, which is what I said last video, but we're actually gonna go review the show. And I gotta say, I kinda like it. There's a lot of things to cover about the season because it's so jam-packed or cramped depending on who you're talking to. I mainly want to discuss about what stood out to me, the great and the bad. The main characters' development are handled really well. The journeys they've taken this season is a huge improvement overall compared to the last season where I really only cared about the ghoul story for the most part. Speaking of, the ghoul gets a lot more personable the closer he gets to finding his family, and there's a back and forth he has with Lucy which is hilarious. I like how they both influence each other, with Lucy getting addicted to drugs and the ghoul feeling more vulnerable overall. He's reminiscing about his old friend. He gets PTSD from the Deathclaws, like bro's just standing there like a deer caught in headlights. Lucy's moral degradation continues. She's a lot more flexible in what she's willing to do this season. She's a thief and a killer, all in an effort to bring Hank to justice. Oh, and Hank is a really evil guy, and I loved all his scenes. You see, I'm a bit of an evil connoisseur. I myself dabble in a bit of evilry every now and then. Don't believe me? Check out this clip I made. Hank is going to be placed on pretty evil on the evil tier list. And he may go up in the following seasons, we shall see. I'm hoping he gets a Kira moment where he remembers everything and then secretly goes back to doing evil stuff. Lucy's moral scale is tipping over as she gets to know more about Hank and what he's doing, and it's really good how they portray her going about it. She's considering mind-controlling people to go about it, and to be fair, this is in consideration of enslaving the slavers, but it's the thought of taking away free will and personality, which is interesting from a character that has so far been a good Samaritan. My opinion on justice would change too if I got crucified in the Mojave. And the standout character of the season is Maximus. I have come to like Maximus in this season, which is unexpected because I had a lesser opinion of him last season. He seemed like a guy who was just along for the ride, and it got really annoying after the 5th or 6th time they showed that freaking flashback of him as a kid. But this time's different, baby. We finally get to see his personal struggle in full fruition. I really like that he's a greedy guy with a heart of gold. Being a celebrated hero and a good person is all he ever wanted. His story is done within the Brotherhood of Steel's internal conflict, and we get a look into the different Brotherhood chapters and see their culture. A lot of people don't like how the Brotherhood was portrayed, but I was whatever with it because I hate the Brotherhood. I'd immediately blow them up in New Vegas and Fallout 4 the first chance I get. Maximus was pretty jaded at the start, and we only see a glimpse of his actual personality whenever there's a chance to do good, because that's what his father wanted for him before they died in Shady Sands. The payoff of all this is that his journey goes full circle and he finds an NCR power armor, and later, the support from the NCR. And seeing him accept death while fighting the Deathclaw Captain America style with the inclusion of that flashback as a kid, but this time, man, it hit. Aaron Moden's acting is on another level. I am hoping to see what happens next season because the NCR also has its fair share of internal conflicts. Besides the main cast, the production value this season is immaculate. The Deathclaw CGI, the power armors, the Securitrons, Victor looks insane, and the set design. I love seeing the locations come to life, and my only complaint is that we only see Novak, Freeside, and the Strip. Now, I do have something to say about the other characters. I was glad to see Mr. House and Justin Theroux crushed it as him. I found the part where he told Coop the numerous ways his body's been desecrated hilarious. Although his portrayal this season is very limited. And as such, my opinion of the character is also going to be very limited. Let's just say I find him adequate for now. I have similar things to say about Caesar Culkin, because they didn't give him a lot to work off on. Which leads us to the next part, after this break.
What's the meaning of this? That Fallout show is a bunch of slop. It's about the Legion, isn't it? Another complaint about the show being woke propaganda. I warned you about this, kid. You're a tourist. It assassinates the character of Mr. House and Caesar. So who's the real tourist? No! You're a New Vegas elitist who doesn't understand the major themes of the game, which is to let go. In that case, show me your Steam hours.
I do have critiques about the show, and I'm gonna put myself as a fan of the show instead of a fan of the game, because this video is gonna be 30 minutes longer if I were to nitpick the way the show went about with the lore and the world of Fallout. Notice how up until now I was only praising the main cast of the show. That's because Season 2 does not feel as narratively strong as Season 1. It sets too many things up at once. It's a setup season, and this comes to a detriment to some story arcs within this season. Namely Norm's, because it did not conclude in a satisfactory manner. I know that if we wait for Season 3, a lot of this would go answered. But I'm reviewing the season as a whole and how it stands on its own. 8 episodes did not do this season good because side plots like Norm's and the Vaults already had a slow progression. I feel like the writers are being held back from Amazon's arbitrary 8-episode rule, and it's hurting the storylines. When I'm watching these side plots, I'm thinking, brother, just wrap it up already. As a result, Norm's side plot just wasn't very engaging to me, but I think a heavier focus on Norm probably would have benefited the show a lot more because the mystery with the Vaults and FEV has a universal appeal to it. Now there's a clear path to where the Vault plot is gonna go. It'd intrigue people or new fans who haven't played the games, as well as longtime fans, because we get to see another classic Vault moment where everything just falls apart and the dwellers need to adapt or get caught up on the experiment. Sounds interesting, right? Well, it should be, but the issue is they chopped and spread the storyline out as wide as freaking Yagram Bagarn. Not to mention all the other fluff they decided to add, like Steph being Canadian, which actually does make her an interesting character, but only potentially, because they aren't fleshed out enough. Imagine if the writers had more time to cook with more episodes last season and the seeds of Steph being Enclave and Canadian were there, properly incorporated but not confirmed. Fan discussion would have been entertaining, but I've been reading current discussions, watching reactions, and people look bored or out of it during these side plots. The newer fans are getting spoon-fed tidbits of the lore coming from older fans, but this shouldn't be the case. It should be coming from the show itself, being attentive enough to the show which organically sparks intrigue. Besides Norm and the Vaults, I can say even less for the NCR and the Legion. Like I said before for Caesar Culkin, they didn't really get to do much. But now the seeds are planted for the NCR, the Legion, and the Enclave has a stronger foundation for its story. I hope to see it expanded upon next season in more detail, with less fluff. That's pretty much all my complaints as a fan of the show. All in all, I kinda like the season, like I said, but it's weaker in some parts than season 1, but stronger in a few. I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. What did you think about the show? Let everyone know in the comments below, and let's have an interesting discussion. If you like this video, like and subscribe, hit the bell notifications because I have a lot of videos planned that are coming out shortly. Thanks for watching, see ya.